Today we get a chat with Ashmedi of the band Melechesh discussing their upcoming release, Sentinels of Shemesh, which will be out April 10th. I hope you enjoy. Mhm.
Hello, where
Hi,
am
how
I?
are you?
Do you,
I
s-
know.
do, do you see me and hear me?
I do see you and hear you.
Okay, because I don't see me. I see you with your logo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you don't see you on there?
I, I pressed, and I want to look at myself, of course, because I'm a musician who's full of himself. No, okay, so it's working, yeah?
Yep,
There.
yep, we're good.
Cool. All right.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, we're doing good. I'm alive.
Yeah,
That's a good thing. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're in a tough area, so I'm sure it probably
Well,
feels.
usually I'm abroad, but my mom's getting old, so I'm visiting her, and it's like insane. I hope now we're not gonna get any sirens because it's every few hours, sometimes more. There's sirens, and then you start hearing all the explosions. Before I used to go out and look at the sky, and it's like a science fiction movie, but it's for real. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm
It's
glad. I'm glad I'm in Jerusalem because my mom's old, and she wouldn't be happy alone in the house with this stuff
yeah.
going on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even fathom or imagine what that must be like for you guys.
For me, like my family, they're like Armenian, Aramaic. They came from abroad. I was born here, like as expats. Like diplomats are here. There's international people, and we're not Israeli, not Palestinian. They come from a not religious, secular Christian background, but always I see stuff. But now it's a bit different with missiles and stuff, and I don't like all this politics and people getting hurt and kids getting hurt. It's hard crushing, but you can't do anything or say anything about it.
Right.
And been away from it, but actually, I'm very glad I'm here just to keep my with the family in this difficult time,
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem to stop.
Yeah.
So yeah,
My goodness. And here you are trying to do music and promote your music in the midst of all of it. And that's the probably as much balance as you could possibly be in a situation like that.
yeah, literally, I'm now hoping there's no sirens because if there's sirens, you don't know what happens. If we get hit now with a missile, there's no way to survive a direct hit. So it's an issue of statistics. I
Mhm.
did a statistical calculation. If it goes around you, there's going to be shrapnel. If it's further away, there's going to be noise and crushed windows. But it is getting closer. It's loud. They don't want to target Jerusalem, but everything is happening. And psychologically, it starts affecting you. Like sometimes I'm just, don't bother. If it happens, it happens. Like they're like, you're not scared. I'm like, no, I'm watching TV. I'm not going to move. But sometimes you got to go to the center, a shelter or something. If we get a direct hit, it's gone. It's finished. Uh, and before, I just used to go out to look at the interceptions and the missiles, and it really looks surreal. And the way that whole sirens and it's very, you can't imagine. It's like it's like being in a movie, except it's real. Like
Right.
physics. If it lands next to you, you're gone. If something else lands, maybe you survive. But the sounds, the sights, yeah. Some people, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but my mom likes Jerusalem, so she doesn't want to leave it. So yeah, it's okay. It's good Jerusalem for her. So
Yeah.
except now is a bit crazy. Politicians are shit, really.
Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible that they make these decisions and then everybody has to live with the consequences, which again, yeah, like you said, it's got to be just horrendous on mental health while you're just
Yeah.
kind of sitting
Well,
and
I have I'm diagnosed with severe PTSD, not from this, but from a lifetime of experiences. But I am not the cliche person to talk about it. If I'm in Europe, I say something like, "You, nah, come on." But if someone else, like maybe I don't know, from a privileged country, would go, "Oh, my girlfriend left me. I'm depressed." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I hear you." You want to talk about it?
Oh,
You know, like, I'm like, I would see death, destruction, blood, abuse, this. Yeah, shut up. Man it up. You know, it's okay. But it's crazy. For me, I just feel bad for kids, you know. They don't deserve this. It's like
no.
raping life almost.
Yeah.
Anyway, we move forward. Yeah, let's go
No, for
forward.
sure. No, I absolutely agree. And I thank you for taking this time with me in such a detrimental situation.
Mhm.
Because it is, music is one of the most important things to be able to have in the midst of any chaos, any of
Yeah.
these. It's the thing that helps us through the hardest times. And so you creating while being in such a terrifying situation is like I said has got to be the weirdest balance for you. But I'm so
I was jamming my guitar. I was jamming my guitar the other day, and I came up with a new riff which I really liked, and I just put my phone to record it. You know,
yeah,
and I'm like, first take, da da da, and the sirens go off. Even it goes on the phone, an electronic device, right? And I'm
yeah,
like, got pissed at every politician. Like, motherfuckers! I just want to
mhm,
finish my riff. And
right.
it's like a middle finger, yeah. But yeah, so you even try to compose through that, yeah.
Oh geez, yeah. Speaking of composition, so between you do lyrics as well. So between the compositions and the lyrics, what do you find is the most difficult for you to create? Because they're totally different things.
Difficult. Nothing is difficult. It's always like fighting your own demons and experience. Like sometimes you just you know, if you have too much like interaction with toxic issues and stuff, you don't want to really, you don't feel pure about composing and stuff. And sometimes it drives you to do that. Both of them are different challenges. When you write the lyrics, I feel I get drawn and suddenly I can't stop. And it's like living a movie. I like it. It's comforting when you're writing because you see stuff, you express it. And when you play guitar, is the same, but you need to get in a state of flow. And
Yeah,
to get to that state of flow is very difficult because there's a lot of interaction, especially when your band gets a bit more known and you're managing it. There's no firewall. You know, any bacteria or ape could come and just, the ones who just don't do nothing, they just, toxic or something, could affect the flow. And you
right.
start associating your music. Like you grab the guitar, you're like, you remember these things. And you're like, wow, it's not good. So you try to give a gap till you're back in that state of flow. Touring a lot is good. I love it so much, but it could delay also compositions. But I don't find like one more difficult than the other. They're both different and together. Everything falls, it's chaos in order. Everything eventually falls together.
Right.
And there's pleasure in both of them, really. I love doing both of them. I love writing lyrics. And when you get into it and you start, everything, you zoom out and you start like getting deeper. It's like a rabbit hole or something pulling you in, and your head, you're seeing stuff. It's very pleasurable. And
Oh,
the music itself is like a roller coaster where you're playing guitar, you see like movie bits as if in your head, that's invoked from the guitar, or the picture makes the guitar sound. There's
yeah.
no one way. There's no one way.
I like that visualization that you just created there.
Hmm.
When did you recognize and realize that you wanted to do music? Like, what do you remember a specific situation or time or place or that you were like, this is what I want to do?
No, because I never, I always, you when you have like a turbulent life and upbringing, you don't believe you deserve anything. And but instinct, when how animals mate or they go to drink that last bit of water in Africa, like knowing there's a crocodile, but they really got to drink the water. Th- instinct. And when I everybody have their story with metal and like how that it spoke to them, and it did. It empowered me. I felt like I'm understood, or even weirdly to say, like there's a warm blanket.
Mhm.
When I heard the music, it was I felt safe, or in a good zone. And I never wanted to be a musician. I just love music. And then with a certain years, your hobbies or passions change. I just picked up a guitar, no lessons, nothing, and start playing. I never thought I'll get a record deal or something. Just couldn't stop. and it keeps on attracting you. So, but now it became a thing like people go, so you do it for you. And I'm like, no, I think now I'm almost like uh, a guardian or a monk for it, the entity, the
Mm.
band entity. I do it for it, the concept, and I have to do it like it's a calling, or like some people have that religious duty or something. I'm not getting spiritual about it, but it's like you gotta do it, and you don't know you have to do it. It's a drive. Not It's not about being recognized. It's not about money. It's not about famous or not famous. No, actually, if you ask me, I have a good degree, or I would like to get something fulfilling, or volunteer, or do something invisible, you know. But this is a calling. It's just you got to do it. Someone told me you don't choose music. Music chooses you.
Yeah, just a piece of your soul. Yeah. And it's gotta
It
be,
just, you know,
it's gotta feel like something that you can control in the midst of not being able, you feeling so out of control of so many other things. It's the one thing that you can control, right?
no,
Yeah.
I can't, because my life, let me tell you how my life is. Imagine someone takes you and throws you in a fast flowing river, and that's it. It's like always like floating and going with the flow. There's no planning. It's chaos and order, and it just things happen. And sometimes you learn to let go. I don't plan a few years in advance. I don't know what I'm doing in a couple of months. So control the environment around you is not in your hands. It's chaos. There's a lot of noise. I have ADHD, and but one of the greatest feelings on earth is when you compose a riff and you feel it speaks to you. That's it. All the problems in the world end. You feel a sense of fulfillment. On top of that, when you get all the parts and a song comes out, and you're like, oh wow, all of it now is it's an entity of its own. That's fantastic. And part three, when people are reacting to it,
Mm.
there's nothing that describes that. It's like I feel that connection when I see people describing the song and how they like it, or how they relate to the lyrics within their own way. They need to project their own thoughts about it. I'm like, there's that connection, you know? It's very intimate. It's like I thought of that guitar riff in a room with a guitar. I don't know which country because I'm always traveling. Suddenly now you're interacting with people around the world who are relating to that. That is
Yeah.
a fulfilling, and you get the same reactions all over the world with different countries, which shows you on an instinctive level, us, we're all connected, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And that is something I've said that before too. Like music is a language we all speak. And so I absolutely agree. I did want to talk about the seventh verdict. The riffs, the catchiness of that song is very it's very, like you said, like a warm blanket. It's very comfortable, and
Yeah.
it's a brilliant song. Tell me about that one.
It's cool that you said, this is something for me is a privilege, that there's no one favorite song. Like now with this EP, it's like split three ways. This is my favorite, the other person, this, the other. That's a good thing. When
Yes.
people argue which is their favorite album, it's not like everyone agree. Sometimes there's a standout song, but imagine everyone agree that only song, that's it. Like a one hit wonder. You're like, okay, that was luck, but it's good. So you're going there. What I like about that riffs in the beginning, it goes back to the origins of metal, like black thrash,
Mhm.
very uh, primal kind of riffing, but then you add that our spice, to it, and then it goes on from that. So I'm very interested. I'm very happy to think about it like that. For me, I like those kind of like old school black thrash hard rock riffs, but you play them heavier, and in the end, it gets like a vortex of sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope people will like it. It's still not out. They only heard the first two singles. So yeah, it's really interesting to hear different perspectives from different people. Thank you for saying that.
For sure. And I'm sure it is. Like it's got to be because when you're close to the music, it's so hard to look at it um objectively, right? And so being able to hear
No objective.
Right. And so the only way you're able to do that is from what other people are saying. So and that's got to be
Yeah.
such a cool thing to experience because you've created the music, you've experienced like going through the whole process of that, but then you get to re-experience it through other people's eyes.
Yeah, it takes a life on its own. That's it.
Yeah.
It's in their hands now. Yeah. And hopefully that we keep doing songs that have meaning, like that. It's not for the sake of composing, and it's not, it's a burden, like it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
You don't want to shove music down people's throat. It's punishment. What the fuck, man? It's just do something. Respect your audience and respect yourself. And never underestimate the audience. Oh, the parents they'll eat this shit up. When I hear someone say, I'm like, you don't get it when the greatest creations are made, from the best movies to the best book. No one ever says that. Never underestimate your. Sometimes they're kind to you. It wasn't a bad gig. It's okay. They're being kind. But in the end, if they're attracted to it naturally, that's a good thing, and you need to respect them for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've been doing this for quite a while now. And I was looking through the comments of your release of In Shadows and Light, and there's I mean so much, of course, like positivity and people that are really really stoked that you're coming out with some more music and really enjoying what you're
Yeah.
doing. Do you go through and read the comments still?
In the past, when YouTube came out, and I think MySpace, I'm like, we're a big problem. Why? It gives opinion. I'm like, sometimes it gives you a opinion to people who shouldn't have an opinion. I'm not talking about music. When everybody wants to comment their echo chamber, that's
Yes.
different. And it's becoming a toxic world, and it got taken over by bots and trolls for agendas to control narratives. So
Hmm.
I don't like that stuff. But with
Hmm.
music, if there are genuine comments about music, which are constructive criticism or a compliment, well, it's a form of interaction. It could be abused, but yeah, the comments are good, and it's like, so people say, "Oh, this is the goat," or "This I've been waiting for a while." It's good. It's really nice to read, but I do look at them. I was looking like with one eye, like the first song came out, like, should I look? But also, I know for a fact sometimes there are just like bots and negative stuff that it's
Yeah.
dangerous to look at.
Yeah.
So you got to be
Sure.
very careful. I know for a fact I've been trolled. I've been having a stalker for 10 years, like some ex member. We have
God.
all the files. Yeah, cybersecurity, all fake accounts in um, forums that try to make a false narrative. We never talk about it. We don't say, but we have all of it. We hired a cybersecurity company. Turned out to be some ex-member who's like mentally ill. Like, you can disagree, you can not like each other. That's normal. But 10 years nonstop. I'm like, the guy's almost 50.
Oh my
But
gosh.
and we have it. We did a police report. There's they know what's going on, and they say if more happens, we'll take action. Lawyers have it, but it's crazy how it could be abused.
Yes.
And with all every people think if you use a VPN or or something like that, you won't be found. Believe me, everything's found. Like in this country, there's technology that they can know everything anywhere, despite any
Yep.
form of encryption. And even if you delete stuff, they'll find it. It's scary almost. And I'm not into that, but it's naive. But yeah, so what I'm saying, it could be abusive.
Yes.
It could be, and usually, like if you look at elections and stuff, how people, it's always you can see it's bots. It's sometimes they have Russian bots doing that, not bots, street troll teams doing it. It's a building that they in American elections, for example, some of them will sound Democrat, some of them will sound Republican, but just to create argument. It's good to express yourself and talk genuinely. But in this case, right now, the comments are just honest comments that we're happy there's music. And it's dangerous to look at it, but with one eye, I look at them. Yeah. And no matter what, you know, when you're a musician or in a vulnerable, like, you're genuine, it could get to you sometimes.
Sure.
But we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
but sometimes people don't know, like, if it is creating a false narrative or it is organized campaign on something. in this case, the EP's out. People are expressing they're happy about it. I hope it continues like that. Why not?
Think it will. I think it will. I don't think that's the one, I guess, kind of good thing about being in a genre that isn't, let's be honest, metal's not the most popular genre. The people who are in it love it to the depths of their soul. The people who are out of it don't get it. But that's one good thing
Yeah.
about being a part of that club is that there's not as much of that uh negative attention being put into it because they don't care enough to put that
Well,
energy into.
usually, yeah, no, the real metal lovers are fantastic and it's their life. And even in mainstream music, they do talk in the record companies how there's loyalty in heavy metal and sense of collector, lifestyle, a culture. But even like in metal, sometimes I look at like press releases on Blabbermouth or something. Any statement is made you like on I see in Facebook and stuff. There's people that put the laugh emoji,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, anything like some person says bus crash, uh, album out, you know, like that, and then you go. Uh, these are the ones that don't come to the concert and don't buy anything,
Yep. 100%. Yep.
and they have the fake amounts. They're just there, you know. They should be kind of like celebrated as the, you know, like the bacteria. There should be a digital spray, like mosquito spray, just to spray them. A repellent, you know. So
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
what is this?
Yeah.
A coliseum? Like fight till death. Every those are the ones who are just, you know, and in a way, those are entertaining. You kind of tell the characteristic first if it's real or not, and you
Yeah.
go, okay, that's that kind of person. They won't buy an album. They won't go to a concert. Probably if you talk to them about their personal life, it'll be not, you know, a genuine talk, and
Yep.
uh, you know, it's a waste. But in general, the real people collecting music and stuff, it's their culture, it's their religion, it's their passion, and it unites them, and it makes the music endure without mass media or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I feel kind of sorry for people like that because I just think what a miserable way to live. Like, why are you wasting your time just being hateful and cruel? Like, you just have to be an unhappy person.
It's an they. I think once they leave the computer, they kind of like they zoom out and they chill a bit. But sometimes it becomes like an echo chamber of what you're thinking, what negative thoughts you're thinking. Maybe it's a psychological thing, or maybe it's just, you know, a terrible person. There are psychopaths as well.
Yeah.
Uh, the typing and the brain, they're working together, and in a negative way, that like any flash of thought they get, they will type it without even not reading. I've seen comments on a press release that they are commenting the opposite. Like if a band say we plan
Mm,
to come play there, they go, "Why the fuck they don't want to play there?" You know. So
mm,
sometimes it's done on purpose by a troll to start making
hmm.
interaction. Yeah, and sometimes it's just what they thought they read. They'll start typing very quick, and yeah, we're wasting time on them. Let's move on.
Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. Wasted already too much time.
Yeah.
One more quick thing I know you're busy. One more quick thing I did want to talk about is the artwork. The artwork is so beautiful on this EP.
I'm very happy to think that. There's an artist in Mexico. His name is Nestor. He's done a few T-shirts for us. He has a certain way. It works for T-shirts, works for black metal and satanic art and stuff like that. He's creative in that sense. But we said let's work together. You know, like he's done a couple of shirts and stuff. Let's try to go that way and make a cover. And when he started, he was sketching, and I don't know, it's gonna go right or wrong, but you know, we give our moods, the lyrics, lines, images from things that inspire us, or from the Mesopotamian or occult aspect, and we talk together. And then at one point, when I felt it's gonna go wrong, he just spent a week nonstop working. He's like, "Give me a week," and like he really came through. Like, respect to him. I respect him so much for what he did, and he made a fantastic art. And I'm grateful because it's not generic. It's not repetitive. I'm very happy with what he did, and kudos to him. He deserves all the credit.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, and it does a really good job of depicting the feel of what you're about ready to listen
Mm.
to.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, every band strives to have a cohesive presentation. It's good that it does really target the music. They go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's always a tricky thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, I think the EP is absolutely wonderful. I've listened to it quite a few times at this point. I'm really excited to hear what other people have to say. I'll keep both eyes open and see what other people have to say once it's released, because I think you're gonna get some really good feedback.
I'm very happy you like it, and it's a nice opportunity to have this interview. Thank you very much.
Yes, please
Nika
stay.
Rogers. I like that. Nika Rogers. It's like a brand. Hi,
Sounds
I'm
metal,
Nika
right?
Rogers. Yeah, yeah. I'm Nika Rogers, and I'm here to fuck you up with heavy metal.
The last name is about as basic as it can get, so I guess at least the first name is a little unique.
Nika sounds like exotic, sophisticated, and Rogers, it sounds like a strong name. It could be also like, Roger Moore, or it could be also like Kenny Rogers, like countries like, hi, I'm Nika, and this is my ranch.
I am from Idaho, so that's not probably far from what could be
Yeah,
a reality.
there you go. But in a good way. It sounds positive, not in a negative
Thank
way.
you.
Like if I want to play a role like a cool country rancher or something, because I love all that southern and mid America stuff. Like my name is Nika Rogers, and I'm here to present with the top playlist of heavy metal and country music.
Wow, that was really impressive.
And then you go like, you probably heard of my ranch, and I start walking, and the music comes, and everybody, we start doing like those election videos and stuff like that to trying to show, like your ranch or your studio or your
Oh
product.
my
But
gosh.
remember, in the end, always vote Nika Rogers. Nika Rogers, paid for by donations.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, thank you for that laugh. But please stay as safe as you can. I know it's not
Yeah.
something that you can obviously control, but I hope that you stay safe, and I look
Yeah.
forward to
I
good.
had to go to the Dutch embassy today because I'm a Dutch national. And I need to renew the passport. And there's like things blowing up. The train station got bombed
Yeah.
yesterday. I couldn't go. I couldn't use it. So I'm talking to them, and they're like, "There's a hotline." So I call it, and you know what's their advice? Oh yeah, we advise you stay safe. I'm like, okay, I will.
Yeah, you're like
You know,
it's
like
outside of my control.
yeah, I mean, when people say it, they mean well, but when you have a
Yeah.
hotline and that's all they can tell you, like, stay
Yeah.
safe. I'm like, she did it with genuine concern, but
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can't do much about that,
All right. Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you so much. Really, I appreciate it.
Thank
Idaho.
you.
I,
Yes,
nice.
Idaho, yes. Hopefully you'll be able to make it over here and I'll be able to see you live one of these days.
Yeah, I don't think there's many tours going to Idaho. We've played
Yeah,
many times in the
we get
States,
skipped a
but
lot. I
I don't know
understand.
why. I don't know how it works, but I'd like to. I like to go to places I haven't been before, and once I heard a joke, someone like, it's like, "Hey, baby, I'm a Chicago hoe," and the other one's like, "Well, I'm from Idaho," or no, it was like, "I'm from Idaho," and the girl's like, "Honey, well, I'm a Chicago hoe," something like that. It's just they want to rhyme it or something. But it was I don't know who did that, which movie, and it was like Idaho, Chicago. I didn't get it, but I'd love to go there to Idaho.
Say,
It's called Midwest.
well, Midwest is more like it's like the flatlands more over to weirdly the eastern side. We're just kind of the west. The states are so big that they're really spread apart, and that's why Idaho
Yeah.
gets missed so much because we're not a populous
Next to
state.
what? What's above you and below you?
Above us is actually Canada. Um,
Oh,
below
okay.
us,
Yeah. Okay. 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 Now I'm getting a picture of
yep,
it.
and below us is Nevada. Over to the left we
Yeah. Yeah.
have
Of course. Of course.
Washington
Of
and
course.
Oregon. Yeah,
You got like Michigan. You got Oregon. Each one is on one side, right? Washington. Then under you, Nevada. Yeah. I'm getting it in the map now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully you'll be able to make it over here and that would be super cool to see what you do in action.
Well, we miss playing live, really, and
Yeah.
I miss, when you interact with the people always around the world, you get a connection, and you hear in person, and it brings us all together. I
Yes.
think that's amazing.
I do too. That's one beautiful thing about this whole internet thing. There's a lot of negative, but there's some really beautiful things about it as well.
And everything in your area is nice and quiet. There's no upheaval in because I'm seeing what's going on in the States on TV. It's not everywhere, of course, and it's a
Yeah.
big country. I hope it's okay where you are. There's
Yeah.
not too much chaos, but things are getting expensive, right?
Yeah, yeah, which is, I mean,
I noticed.
yeah, the country does
I
kind of ups and downs when it comes to that, and right now it's definitely
Yeah.
tough, but not, nowhere near what it could be like what
No,
other
no,
countries are
other
experiencing.
places because I love America. It's one of my favorite places. I lived there when I was a kid. I went to junior high school for a while. I genuinely love the people. Sometimes people like argue on in the political spectrum and they don't get it. They're good. People are good
Yeah,
deep inside,
yeah,
It's
I think so
just
too.
they need to express themselves and they're getting frustrated.
Yeah,
So it becomes all like partisan, and they're good people everywhere.
yep,
I wish it goes back to that.
me too.
It's like
Me
I'm
too.
Republican, I'm Democrat. So what? I'm a bit
Yep,
more this, I'm that. That's how it used to be in the same family and their friends.
yep,
Now it's become very aggressive and toxic.
yes.
And no, you don't agree with me. People need dialogue. And, in the end, most people are good, really.
Yes, I agree 100% with
Yeah.
all of that, and I hope that we
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
back to that as well, and I hope that your
Yeah. Yeah.
country
Yeah.
gets to a point to where it gets safe again. Like you said, it's a lot of
Hopefully.
people that are being affected by what politicians are doing, and it's very
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
cruel and unfair, and
Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully everybody just is able to chill. We need to chill.
Exactly. They need to chill, listen to some rock and roll
All
or
right.
Kenny Rogers. All right. You take it
Playlist of
easy.
both.
And yeah. Thank you so much for this interview,
Thank
Nika.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully we'll be able to chat with the next one.
Hopefully. I'm
Awesome.
always,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
I'll be happy to do that. It was very enjoyable.
Yes, same, same. Thank you.
All right. You take it easy. Yeah.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.